my next question to you would be: is there going to be a new form for Goku or Vegeta? Vegeta already passed that test. I guess I should just say Goku, right? Do you guys think
Hmm.
there will be a new form? Y'all gotta let us know in the comments down below. But we've gotten Super Saiyan 1, absolutely beautiful animation. Super Saiyan 2, incredible moment. I wouldn't say the animation itself was crazy for his transformation, but then we got Vegeta, of course, going even further beyond and going Super Saiyan 3. That's crowning Vegeta moment right there, right? So we love those. Do you think there's a possibility that either of those characters can, let's just be, bit coy right here. Do you think they can go Super Saiyan 4 or anything above those normal?
No,
Go ahead.
no, I think I'm a pretty firm no on that question right now, at the very least. Knowing what we know after episode 12, nothing further. There's nothing that now that Vegeta's got three, I think your best option for anything further new would be likely like a Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta or Vegito. I Whether they fuse toward the end of the series or not, and then bust out Super Saiyan 3 on either of the fusions. That would be my most predictable. Oh, sorry, my highest odds, I guess, for anything new to come. I don't think we'll get a brand new. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I
think there'll
get
be
that.
anything brand new. No,
I get
unless
that.
your theory of like the Saiyans coming from the demon world had have been
Oh, I
legit.
wish, bro.
If
I
that no, if that had been
wish.
legit, I think Super Saiyan 4 would have been on the table if they went that direction with a plot point. But that would have been the only exception, I think.
Thanks for opening up old wounds. Haven't even had 2 weeks,
Well,
but
hey,
yeah.
hey, it was a good. I liked it, and I wanted to see it happen. But I mean, unless there's a bit of a curveball lately.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
later.
Unless they go out their way to be like, Shin, you don't know what you're talking about. It'd be one of those moments. But yeah, I I do think there will be something. I don't know what and when it'll happen, but I think Goku or Vegeta or whatever, even if in my head, like I know this is a cop out, but with the fusion bug that we were speaking about in the last clip, is it's possible. Like I would just feel like it's a win if we get a new fusion, right? Like for the Saiyans. So if we get, you know,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's fair.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
even know
know
what
what
we
you
would
mean. Yeah,
call them, but if we
yeah.
get
Let's just call
Kageta
it
or something
Veku
like
for
that,
yeah. You know
yeah,
what I mean.
Veku would be hard. I would like Veku just because now people would have, oh, why would you name him that? You know how the community gets about
Why not,
renaming or
man? Go for it.
character rehashes. So I would like to see stuff like that. It would be really cool if they just only had access to that in the demon world. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. It'd be a good way for you to, oh, why don't they just use that later? Don't worry about why they didn't use it later. Worry about how this story wasn't written 5 years ago. Everything's a complaint with continuity. Like
Yeah,
I'm all for canon.
that's why it
I
needs to
like
just be
canon.
separate.
But yeah, well, I
That's why it
do.
needs to
I
be
like that
separate.
it's on par with everything we or most of the things we know. I like the idea of the quote unquote main timeline. But yeah, it just the reality of this stuff was written after the fact is something people don't like to accept. I don't know why. But yeah,
Mm.
it'd be really dope to see, say, Supreme Majin Sudoku after absorbing, do absorbs Ku or something like that, or eats Ku or whatever. I don't know. And then Goku's like, yo, this isn't enough. Like, my little body can't handle this. It's something like Super Saiyan 4 was back in the day where Kid Goku and GT could not handle that Super Saiyan 3 power. He goes well beyond his normal standard or whatever, because this is right after Buu Saga. He breaks that down and just classic Dragon Ball moments, right? I would love to have another one of those. I don't get tired of them, to be honest with you. But yeah, so shoot, you don't think it's
It
possible? Do
seems
you think the idea of Goku using, like, I guess something simple like Kaioken or anything like that is? You think they would have done it by
I'd
now if he
like
was
that.
going to?
I would like that. That'd be a cool twist on things. To It'd be a very Dragon Ball Super way to keep him ahead of Vegeta, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. I want it for nothing more than the visual aesthetic of it. Like I love
yeah.
the way it
It
looks
would
in
be
Super Saiyan, like the red
fire.
and the yellow.
It would
I
be
think it would
fire.
look really, really cool.
Yeah,
Especially with Super Saiyan 3, if they wanted to put that on about, I think that'd be interesting as well.
yeah.
Um, yeah. The other one that kind of just came to mind in terms of like a fusion possibility is, and it may seem unlikely given their current allegiances or whatever, but the siblings of Kai's, Arinsu, Degasu, and Shin,
Ooh,
they they
ooh,
could fuse because it doesn't matter that one's like Arinsu. Remember, he said they're kind of not really male and female,
yeah.
so it wouldn't really matter. So I feel like they'd all just it'd just be the result is the result, and that's what it would be.
A good Zamasu would, well, shoot, I guess it would be an evil Zamasu. It'd still just be Zamasu. I don't know. That would be a really complex character depending on how they went about it. But yeah, I like that too. I think that's very much an interesting
That could be a weird
possibility.
kind of yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what the threat might be, but yeah, maybe old Goma gets his third eye, and it's just it's all in.
Oh my
Kamigami's
gosh, we didn't even
fused, the
talk
three
about that.
fused.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
know
meant to
that's
say this for like a month now. I think the third eye, it's possible. I'm not sure. I think the third eye is that thing on what's his name? Oh my
old
gosh,
mate's
on his belt.
the escort's belt. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I think
um,
it's Hibis. I think that's on Hibis's
Ibis.
belt because
Yes.
it moved a couple times so far. Like it just twitches weirdly, and I'm like, that's literally an eye. So I don't. And you kind of wonder
Didn't
like
they address that?
what's did they? I think he
Did
said he
they
got it
address
out the
what it is?
mountains. Nah, I think. Damn it, I forgot. I can't remember. Damn, I
Oh,
wish I had
maybe
rewatched it
I've
now.
watched something recently that did something similar, and they were like, "Oh no, this is actually a full living being, and it just happens to be the shape of a belt with an eye." Like I thought there was I thought there was something quirky like that. I could be wrong, but um,
I would be interested. I would be caught off guard if that was the case. I can't even lie. I would be caught off guard. But that's funny. I definitely hope they, get to this third eye thing so we can figure out what that's
well,
about
what
and
do you
have
think is
extra chatter.
what do you what do you think the cliffhanger kind of thing is that Gomer's kind of talking about at the end of the 12, where he's like, well,
The
all
third
the
eye
Dragon
for
Balls are
sure.
accounted for now. He's like, well, if that's the case, do you reckon he's got a backup plan to get the third eye?
Yeah, I think he's gonna. I, we've been alluding or insinuating, throughout the series that Goma is more powerful than his stature would insinuate, and
But he
I
had to
think
wish for it.
yeah, exactly. So I think he's gonna have some so like you're saying, some sort of backup plan or some sort of extreme ritual or some sort of means to get to
Yeah,
that third
okay.
eye. I think maybe he'll do something he originally didn't want to do. That's why he'd rather wish for it. Yeah, they could go that route. We'll see. Or no, he wouldn't go back to Earth. Those Dragon Balls are done for now. I don't know. Maybe he'll use Dende. I mean, shoot, Dende's still in that camp, hearing Castle, hearing baby stories. Maybe he'll use Dende for some means of like, you know, mature him, unlike the others, like, speed up his growth process and have him make me one off Dragon Ball. Like, who knows? It could be something really out of pocket. It could be something crazy. I don't know. But shoot,
Hmm.
is a
Yeah, it'd be
bunch of
interesting.
options. Shoot. What would Gon get up to? I don't know. I guess that's the point of it being a
Yeah,
cliffhanger.
I couldn't
We'll have
think
to
of too
see.
many things else either. The only other thing I could think of is if maybe he made his own margin. He's like, well, in that
Oh,
case,
I
I'll go
like
make
that.
my own assistant.
I like that. And then
That's the
that
only
would
other
be
thing I could
Sue,
think
who
of.
maybe he
That
knows
would
that
be
old
Sue.
lady too, and then he goes back and he's
Yeah,
like, "Yo, make me another Majin. Like I want to control my Majin now." And he ends up being stronger than maybe he gets. I don't know how he would get Majin Buu's essence, but maybe he gets like a bigger chunk of Buu's essence, and that one is the most out of control one, like Majin Buu was back then. And so then that one is physically the strongest, mentally it's the dumbest, but it absorbs the other two. Maybe something like that.
yeah, okay.
I like
Yeah, I've got
this.
no idea. That's the only other thing I could think of.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, are we still on the same track in terms of like episodes total? Do you think like that 20 odd?
Ooh. Yeah. It feels
I
like
feel like
they're
it's on the
heating
table
it.
now.
Yeah, it feels like they're making sure once we get to episode 13, they're going to heat up. They're going to not speed up, I should say, but the intensity is going to increase. So I could see that. It just caps off at like 22 or 23. I don't want it to, like I'm having fun. I know I've
I'm
heard
having
that
fun as
Daima,
well.
yeah, I've heard Daima isn't like being as, I guess, groundbreaking maybe as Super was or other anime are right now currently running, but I don't really
Interesting.
mind. I think it's fine. I'm seeing. I don't check into the sites too hard, so that's why I'm trying not
Neither do
to.
I. I have no idea how it's being received or how
Yeah,
popular it is.
yeah,
I literally I don't dial into any of it, so it could be literally the laughing stock of the internet, and I'd have no idea.
exactly.
Um,
So I just saw a couple
so
of, I guess, accounts I trust if if I ever need news. Those accounts were saying like it's not the craziest numbers. So I was hoping it would go
okay,
on much longer. I I guess at the end of the day, as long as more Dragon Ball is on the way, we'll be okay. But I was enjoying this journey, this style of animation, all of the things. Oh, I'm a lore fiend. You and I, we go on for hours about lore and other things we like in other media. It just, it feels like once it hits, once episode 23 or 25 hits, it'll just be too soon.
yeah, it will. I wonder if Dragon Ball's kind of got like a little bit of I guess, the Star Wars problem, in that it it went away for so long between each series that it built this hype out of not even being able to expect anything until like it's full blown confirmed, and then it's kind of like, well, you only want to see the stuff that progresses the story, but that's not really quite as good as anything. And then really good little things like this are kind of pushed under the rug because they're slightly out of the spotlight. I'm not sure. It's a weird place it's got to be in for it to be popular. If it's just got to be Dragon Ball Super all the time, I guess.
Yeah. Well, shoot. Until it's said and done with, I suppose it's just a question of volume at this point. I'm once again enjoying the story, enjoying what we do here.
Me
So
too. Me
I,
too.
I guess we just gotta
Yeah,
keep it
I hope we get
pushing.
more.
Now we're at a point also where we can't take the pod episodes for granted. So when I'm cutting up these clips, man, I gotta make sure like, yo, this could be
Oh
the last
yeah.
time I edit these. Like I gotta make sure I'm on my game. But I hope you guys enjoyed. We appreciate you stopping by. Y'all already know, man. It's the A-star, man, Mr. Greg Daw and the Young King Hitman. We are off this.
All right. So